week 3 of Skills and Drills number 2. Now the second technique that we're going to do in week 3 is called the reverse wrap. Now we've just done the German turn and we did it with an S-line approach and we're changing sides. The reverse wrap is the same sort of situation where you want the dog to go to the backside of a jump and then continue on afterwards going forward. So in this case though, we're wrapping the wing instead of asking for a slice. So these are basically your two options on jumps. You're either going to wrap it or you're going to slice it or take it straight. So if we want to get a turn, we're either going to wrap or slice. So the German gave us a slice option that we could do. The reverse wrap is going to give us the wrap option that we can do. So in this example, we're going to the tunnel, the dog's coming out of the tunnel here, we're going to the backside of this jump, I'm sending to the backside, and then we're reverse wrapping over this jump. Now the thing with the reverse wrap, it can end in two ways. We can end how I just did it, sending to the backside of the jump and straight on the same hand, or we can also change sides and end it with a blind. So we can come through here, send the dog to the backside of the jump and blind and continue on. So the path is the same, so the dog's going to take the yellow line. However, we are going to finish either on the same hand or changing hands. So depending on where the course goes next is the option you would pick. So the reverse wrap is what we use to give us a nice tight wrap. It can be done anywhere that the dog needs to approach from the backside and wrap. And this is a really good technique for dogs who like a little bit of distance, and you can do a reverse wrap from a reasonable distance as long as they're going in the line that you want them to go on. So because in this technique, again, like the German, you can get far ahead of your dog. So in a reverse wrap, they have to come in and take this wrap, so you should be able to get out of there quickly and get in front of your dog. Now if we think about our handling elements for this one, my motion here is first going to the back side of the jump. So I'll be coming through here as my dog's coming out of the tunnel, so my motion's towards the wing of this jump to help them take the backside. And then as my dog's taking the backside, my motion is always forward. So I want my motion to be towards the wing and then always forward after that. Position-wise here, I want to be positioned so the key thing is the dog can see the wing of the jump. I want my dog to be able to come out of this tunnel and see the wing of the jump so they know they can see where they're going for the backside send. If I'm standing here as my dog comes out of the tunnel, he's seeing that jump up there more likely than he is thinking about wrapping this one. So I need to make sure my position off the line I want them to take, which is that yellow line, shows them the wing of the jump. And then position afterwards is going to depend on where we're going next. So if I'm coming straight through, you can see this is the line, I just come through there. If I'm doing it with the blind, again you can see the yellow line, sending my dog to the backside, and then I blind, and I go parallel to that line. So that's position. If I think about my connection here, again, I want to be connecting with my dog as it comes out of the tunnel until it commits to the back side of the jump. As my dog's committing to the back side of the jump, I am now connecting with them here, and key point, again like the German, I want to look at the landing, because looking at the landing is going to help them continue to take that jump as I'm moving forward. And then I'm ready to reconnect as they come out of that. So the key point with the connection, 1, out of the tunnel, and 2, look at the landing. If I think about number 4, which is the chest, then the chest again, connecting with my dog my chest is going to go towards the back side of the jump. As my dog goes towards the back side of the jump, I move forward. My chest then turns around to go towards the bar. So as I look at the landing, my chest comes with it, and it's helping the dog take the bar as I'm going forward. And then once they've landed, my chest goes towards the new direction. If I think about my feet in this, it's also a little bit like the German, where my dog side leg commits the dog to the back side of the jump, then every step is forward. So there, with the feet, you want every step to be forward after committing the dog to the back side of the jump. The hand becomes important in the reverse wrap. First, we're sending the dog to the back side of the jump, but this hand over the bar is what helps the dog shape their turn nicely. So in a reverse wrap, and we talked about this a lot when we were doing backside sends, we want the dog to be able to square up to take this jump like this yellow line. So we want the dog to come here, put an extra stride in, so they're taking off for this jump already in the direction we want them to finish on next. So in order to help the dog do that, what we want to do is use this hand like it's got a treat in it. And initially what you can do is have your hand pointing backwards, because you know, if your hand's backwards, the dog's going to have to work hard to get around and find that treat. So I tend to do it now with my hand just over the bar, because I've worked this with my dogs. But you want to hold it out here like there's a treat in it. And I'll do a couple of examples when I'm running my dogs of how you get them to square up. But you want to send your dog to the back side of the jump, and as you're sending them to the back side of the jump, this hand basically is what I call grabbing their nose. So you want to grab their nose as you're going round, and that hand pulls their nose over the bar. And that's what helps you keep the connection with the dog and helps the dog commit to the bar and find the right path around the jump. So most dogs, if we did nothing here and sent them to the backside, they would end up slicing this jump and then following us. And if they slice this jump and see us going that way, there is a tendency for the dogs to back jump. So that's why we want the dogs to square up and take this in a nice wrap, so it's nice on the body and it's nice for them when they exit. So that's the hand. If I think now about my voice, I am giving them their backside verbal, and for my lower drive dogs, in this case I give them a little bit of encouragement. So if I was running Coop, he's like a Big Mack truck. Once he gets up to speed, if he slows down, it takes him a while to get going. So I would give him my go, go, go as he's wrapping. So I'd set him to the back, and then I go, 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 just to help him keep driving through the turn. But that's a verbal he understands. So you can use whatever you want, but definitely use your backside send verbal. So in the reverse wrap, the key points to remember are: 1, first you want the dog to go to the back side of the jump. So we want to make sure the dog can see the back side of the jump. And when I'm talking about where the dog is, when you want to continue on through, some of the issues I see with people is and it's similar to the German as well, their belief that they have to pull their dog over the jump instead of pushing their dog over the jump. So a lot of people will send their dog to the backside and then do this and then turn out, because they don't trust their dog to take this jump if your motion's going forward. So that's why the key points to remember are the chest and the connection and this hand. So once you send the dog to the backside, you want to chase their tail past the wing. So as they're driving around the wing, my feet are basically following in their footsteps, so that as she's about to take off, I'm here. Again, so that I'm out of her line and she can land behind me. So I think about it as sending my dog to the backside, chasing their tail and pushing them with this hand as I'm grabbing their nose, and then turning them round. So if you think about having the dog between your two hands, I send my dog to the backside with this hand. Now I've got his bum in this hand, so I've got hold of her bum. Now I've got hold of her nose, and I just continue round and through. So that way, if you think about grabbing their nose with this hand, the chest and eyes follow. So send to the backside, grab their nose, chest and connection at the bar, looking at the landing, and then continue on. And it's the same as if you're going to blind cross at the end. Send the dog to the backside, grab their nose, look the landing, blind, and out. So they're the key points to remember with the reverse wrap. 1, make sure they can see the bar you want to do the reverse wrap on, the wing that you're going to do the reverse wrap on. You want to make sure you commit them to the back side of the jump, then follow through behind them, using your hand to grab the nose, show them the extra step, chest and connection to help them take the bar even while you're moving forward. So, happy training. If you've got any questions on this, please let me know. And I can't wait to see videos from you guys. Thanks.